6501 Ventnor Avenue in Ventnor. In Italian, Sapora means flavor, and they've got plenty of that on their menu. Wood fire pizza, fresh salads, pasta, stromboli, and calzones. Stop in or phone 609-822-6475 for takeout or delivery. Sapora of Ventnor for a taste of Italy. And by Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House, just down the street from Atlantic City High School, the neighbor with the best burgers. The Vagabond features live entertainment every night. Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House is open weeknights until 1 a.m. and until 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Join your fellow Viking fans before and after the games at Vagabond. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll see Mike Gill in his reserve booth.
Possibly. It's a possibility. Not tonight.
Not tonight.
These upsets have me working extra, some overtime this week here. Atlantic City fortunate, Tom, to be at home tonight. They, thought they would get that one home game and then have to go on the road the rest of the way.
Yeah.
But this worked out well for them because they do, it is a little odd. They play the 6 and 8 o'clock games. It's a later start for a lot of these teams. You figure Cherry Hill got about an hour ride home, win or lose tonight.
Cherry Hill East plays its games at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if that was involved for them, it would throw off their timing. We understand Tim Toney is playing for Middle Township, maybe not at 100%, but they're down 18 points with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Didn't get a score on the Middle Township girls, though. They played Overbrook in the first game of that doubleheader. We'll have it for you. But it ends quickly. I mean, this is only the fourth day of the tournament. Cape Atlantic League started with 28 teams, and there's probably only a handful left.
But Tom, I guess when this playoff field started, we were wondering how many teams were legitimately going to make deep runs. This was a year where there was a lot of parity in the league, but not really strong top seeds like we've seen in the past. A lot of the Cape Atlantic League teams were kind of underdog long shots. One of them that's not is playing tonight, and their path is very clear if they can, get through this game. It's a team that, comes in with a losing record tonight and really had an upset in their first round game when at Atlantic City. They played okay the other night against Williamstown, but I think really the key in that game was their defense, and that's something that they always carry, and that's what they're hoping to carry through this tournament.
Well, I've seen Atlantic City play 6-8 times, and I don't think I've ever seen them play 32 straight solid minutes. There's always lulls in the game, and that sometimes it's in the first half, and they come back in the second half. We'll have to see what happens here tonight, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility that Ranco Valley could knock off Washington Township. I mean, they have some weapons, and then the Vikings, if they win on Saturday.
That game would be at 8 o'clock.
At Washington Township.
At Washington Township.
I don't think it would be 8 o'clock here. Probably be 7. Middle Township's girls have won 55-26 over Overbrook. So John Leahy, Hall of Famer John Leahy, advances his team. Sterling and Haddonfield have also won. We'll get a score on the Cinnamons and Lower Cape May game as well.
Buckwalter, Cubbage, Edwards, Gone, and Crake are the starters for Cherry Hill West. Thomas, Bethea, Centino, Harris, and Fader are the 5 on the floor for the Vikings, dressed in white with blue trim. Cherry Hill West in a beautiful purple and white. I don't know that I've seen another purple.
Niagara?
Maybe Camden on it.
Yeah.
And the tap is won by Atlantic City as Fader runs into the backcourt. And we are running. Biggins getting the start tonight, by the way, for Atlantic City for Lamar Thomas, who is not on the floor. Bethea to the basket, all the way up and good. So Raymond Bethea gets on the scoreboard quickly, and Atlantic City putting the pressure on very quickly. Nick Crake bringing it up. Crake crossing the timeline. Man-to-man defense by Atlantic City. Gone thought about a 3, way out. 2-0 Vikings. Crake at the elbow on the right side. Gone back to the basket. A little hook shot up and good. Jack Gone with a bucket.
Cherry Hill West has some size inside. It's just a question here whether they'll handle the quickness.
Bethea's pass is stolen as he shot the lane, tried the kick out. And here comes Cherry Hill back the other way at the right elbow, right down on the paint. Little kick out, dribble drive, blocked by Fader. And Buckwalter, who had 20 in their win against Toms River, is fouled from the backside. And he's a big guy. He looks like an athlete.
Yeah, he does. He does. They have a couple of big guys in there. Between Joe Fussner and Brian Kniff, we have every score in America here. Lower Cape May girls lost to Cinnamons in 40-29, and the Wildwood Catholic boys have come back and taken a 1-point lead over Gill St. Bernard's late in the third quarter, or excuse me, midway in the third quarter.
Danny Buckwalter at the line. Connects on his first. Cherry Hill leads it 3-2 in the opening moments. Lamar Thomas not starting tonight. We don't have that reason why, although he was late coming out for the pregame warm-ups. Biggins starting in his place. He brings the ball up. Buckwalter hit a pair from the free throw line. 4-2 Cherry Hill. Right side Centino. Centino with the ball high over his head. Between the circles for Biggins. Biggins with a right-hand dribble. Veers off to the right side. Back up top for Ray Bethea. Staring between the circles. 2-3 defense. Biggins at the elbow. Backs out. Biggins gives up the dribble now. They get it back to Bethea. Really extending this almost like a box and one. They're running around with Centino there. Now, Bethea goes to the right side, back to Centino. Centino crosses over, right of the lane, kicks it out for three. Biggins shot up and good.
Wow, that patient, and it pays off.
Ahmad Biggins starting tonight for Lamar Thomas. Jack Gone crosses the timeline. Off to the right side. They get it off for Parks. Parks bounce pass to the foul line. Gone leaves it out. Buckwalter down on the paint. Backing his way up on Fader. Up and under. Kicks it back out. Three. Thought about it. Now a little foul line jumper. Too strong for Crake. And it comes down to Biggins. 5-4 Atlantic City. 2 minutes gone by. Biggins with a right hand belt high dribble. Off on the right wing. Up top for Bethea. Three ball straight on. Back of the backboard. Almost got it to go down. In and out, no good. The rebound for Buckwalter. Gone between the circles. Munir Harris comes out on him. Over to the right elbow for Parks. A bounce pass into the middle of the paint. It's out of bounds off of Fader. With 4:47 to go, Cherry Hill with the ball. They trail 5-4. Moving left to right are the Lions. They inbound, and the pitch and catch is short by Buckwalter, and the rebound comes down to the Vikings. Biggins crosses the timeline. With the left hand, comes to the left wing, hands it off for Centino. Centino jab step, underhands a pass to Bethea, who goes splitting defenders, got his shot blocked away, but a whistle and a foul called.
Yeah, he'll shoot two. The shot was blocked after the foul.
That's going to send the foul's going to be on Craig. That's going to send Ray Bethea Jr. to the line. Two shots. First one good. Cherry Hill won that game against Tom River North, 61-55, Tom. They opened up an 11-4 lead in that game and never really relinquished it.
Right.
Trying to do the same on Atlantic City, though. They trail 6-4 all the way to the basket. Shot is up. It's short by Cameron Edwards, but the rebound comes down, and Gone's shot is too strong. The rebound is knocked out into the hands of Crake. Crake leaves it off for Buckwalter, who might have taken steps, and then he throws it out of bounds.
I'd like to see that play on replay.
And you can if you're watching it at 97.3 ESPN.com. Matt Ulmer has the live video tonight.
Yes, he does. From high above the Atlantic City court.
Crosses the timeline is Biggins. Under 4 minutes to play, halfway through this first quarter of play. 6-4 Atlantic City. Biggins veers to the left side. They get Bounce pass up top for Centino. Between the circles at the right elbow, right of the lane. Centino's layup is short. The rebound comes down to Buckwalter. Outlet for Gone, and here comes Buckwalter now, catching it across the right sideline. Crosses over, middle of the lane. Buckwalter shot, high off the glass. Rebound, comes down into the game for Atlantic City. Nazir Morgan. Elbow jumper by Biggins, too strong, and the rebound comes down to Samir Parks. Up the near sideline is Crake. Crake backs out to the left sideline. 3:14 to play. And a foul. And they're going to get Nazir Morgan.
It always helps when you go backwards when somebody makes contact to you. Dan Bradley going to hand the ball to Cherry Hill West to inbound. They're down 2.
Cameron Edwards on the inbound, triggers it into Crake. The ball's down into the paint. The shot's blocked from the backside as Buckwalter's shot gets his own rebound and then gets it to fall, and Buckwalter has 4. 6-6, we're tied with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Thomas and Harris both did not start the game, are off the bench now. Bethea off to the right side. Biggins for 3, too strong. Bethea didn't time the jump right, and Crate gets the rebound. Outlet pass. Cross court for Buckwalter. Buckwalter gives up the dribble up top. Edwards down in the paint for Parks. Up and under move. He lost the ball momentarily. Now it's tipped up. The rebound comes down to Centino. Centino all the way to the basket. A left-hand layup is good, and Aishan Centino has his first 2. Atlantic City leads 8-6. Gone gives up the dribble, and now Centino is all over him. Bounce pass stolen by Fader. Fader one-on-one. Oh, and he missed the dunk. Tried to go up for the dunk, and it comes up short. Gone shot, too strong. Rebound by Bethea, and Bethea loses the handle. It goes back to Cherry Hill.
Here comes Lamar Thomas into the game, and Munir Harris returns for Atlantic City. Thomas is going to have to tuck his shirt in, though.
Fader had a clear layup attempt. He went for the dunk and came up short. So Atlantic City leads just by 2. 8-6 is the score. AC with 1:50 left to play here in the first quarter. Crake. Right-hand dribble. Pass is batted away, but into the hands of Buckwalter, who throws up a shot high off the glass. It's tipped up. Gone comes up with it. He loses it, gets his own rebound, puts it up. It's too strong, and the rebound comes down for Harris, who then throws it out of bounds, and it'll stay with Atlantic City.
Cherry Hill West is strong. These players are strong. They fight through fouls and still get a decent shot up.
Cherry Hill inbound. Crake at the elbow. Jumper by Buckwalter way off the mark, and Harris comes down with the board. Thomas over to Derry, who's into the game. 3-ball Bethea on the right wing. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped out to Lamar. Thomas drives the lane, leaves it off on the block. It's batted up, and Derry runs it down. Now Derry cuts the paint. A little scoop shot, can't get it to go. The rebound is up by Morgan, and Nazir Morgan has a deuce, and they lead it 10-4. 10-6, excuse me. Now a steal by Bethea. Bethea, Derry, and he is going to get fouled as he shoots down the middle of the lane.
Hit the floor hard, but he popped right back up.
So at the free throw line will be Nazim Derry. He'll get 2 shots.
Vikings lead 10-6. Up the road a bit. Washington Township leads Rancocas Valley 14-7 in the second quarter.
Second shot coming after the miss from Nazim Derry. And that one rattles in and out. No good. Rebound comes down to Gone. Gone working on Harris. Crosses the timeline. Between the circles at the top of the key. 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Bounce pass into the corner. Up top for Craik. 25 seconds left to play. Craik with a right hand. Craik all the way down to the baseline. A layup shot attempt is blocked away by Harris.
Terrific pass by Craik. The guy just was overmatched inside by Harris.
Kenneth Cubbage had his shot blocked. 16 seconds. Craik's going to inbound. He gets it in for Buckwalter. Buckwalter catches on the right wing. Baseline. And he gets the layup to fall. Danny Buckwalter has 6 of the 8 points for Cherry Hill. Lamar Thomas's long three connects as the clock hits 0 at the end of the first quarter. Atlantic City 13, Cherry Hill West 8.
Boardwalk Acura Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Brian Carroll and their professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Acura on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. Uncle Gino's Pizzeria and Ristorante at 7306 Ventnor Avenue in Ventnor, where you'll find daily lunch and dinner specials. Uncle Gino's has a varied menu featuring everything from gourmet pizza to cheese steaks to homemade pasta to steaks, ribs, and seafood. Uncle Gino's, phone 609-822-2556 for free delivery. Check out their menu at UncleGino'sPizzeria.com. MSG Varsity is your new home for live streaming coverage of the NJSIAA Wrestling Tournament at Boardwalk Hall. Join MSG Saturday for live coverage of the semifinal round. Then tune in Sunday to see the championship matches live from Atlantic City. Watch it all online at msgvarsity.com or download the MSG Varsity app. And if you live in Cape May County and you're having problems with an appliance, your next call should be to Ulmer's Appliance Service. Dryers, refrigerators, ranges, washers, dishwashers, disposals, you name it. Ulmer's can repair it, and they service most major brands. Ulmer's Appliance Service. Offices in Ocean City, Wildwood, Seaville, and Sea Isle City. Phone 609-399-4398 for information. Ulmer's Appliance Service.
13-8, Atlantic City leads Cherry Hill. The Lions inbound the ball. They get it down to Buckwalter on the right block. Up and under move, and the layup is good. Buckwalter has 8 of the 10 for Cherry Hill. They trail 13-10. Nazim Derry brings it up for Atlantic City. Leaves it off for Centino at the elbow. Centino's shot is blocked away by Buckwalter. The ball's on the floor, and it's rebounded there by Harris. Thomas now restarts the offense. Thomas left of the lane. Kick out to the baseline goes Fader. Fader with a right-hand pass. Long three by Derry is short. The rebound by Thomas. He tips it in. It's short. Cherry Hill in transition. Craik one-on-one. Craik kicks it out. Buckwalter backing his way down. Now he kicks it into the corner. Craik's three is short, and the rebound comes down to Derry. Derry crosses the timeline. Derry to Centino. Centino's layup is short, and the rebound comes down for Cherry Hill. Here comes the Lions. It's Jack Gone. Back to Nick Craik. 13-10, Atlantic High leads. Samir Parks with the ball, and it's a 5-second violation.
Team didn't give him much help. He was looking for somebody to get it to, and they weren't moving enough. Atlantic City will wear you down.
They inbound the ball. Derry has it over to Lamar Thomas. Thomas on the right sideline up for Derry. Derry with a foot just inside the three-point line, and he airballs one.
I thought that might have been blocked, but I guess not.
13-10 AC over Cherry Hill. 13-10 with 6:23 to play in the half. It's a lot more pace and fluidity to this game than the one the other night. Gone on the right wing. Up top for Cubbage. Parks catches it between the circles. At the left elbow, then he jab steps out. Cubbage now tries to cut the lane. Up and under, and he took steps on the up and under move. In for Atlantic City, Ray Bethea. Nazim Derry is going to take a seat.
So far today, only the Middle Township girls have advanced. They beat Overbrook 55-26 as far as Cape Atlantic League teams are concerned.
Here it's 13-10 with 5:52 to play. Lamar Thomas's layup is too strong. Fader with the rebound puts it up. No good. Bethea gets the two off the backboard, and Atlantic City leads it 15-10. Gone doing a lot of dribbling. Stared down by Centino, who claps his hands, looking for Gone to try to make a move on him. Gone now passes him, and the layup shot is too strong, but he was fouled on the floor. So it looks like Jack Gone will go to the line. Now, Gone had 8 points. He was the third leading scorer for Cherry Hill in their opening round win.
They're letting them be a little physical in this game, and that's not going to hurt Cherry Hill West. They are strong, especially Buckwalter and 2 free throws coming here that could cut the lead to 3.
First one is no good. Second one coming.
Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock on 97.3 ESPN. It's Ocean City's girls against Winslow in the South Jersey semifinal.
Second shot, no good. Rebound for Fader. Bethea on the wing. Pass down low for bunt off of Munir Harris. Cherry Hill will get the ball back with 4:38 to play here in the half. They trail 15-12.
I could see Chris Marsh being a factor in this game. A physical, strong guy that's hard to move inside. We'll see what happens as the game develops.
Cameron Edwards into the game for Cherry Hill.
Biggins checks in for Atlantic City.
Fader coming on out for the Vikings. Crake will inbound. He triggers it in to Buckwalter. Back to Crake. He crosses the timeline on the left sideline. Over to the right hand. At the right elbow, his shot is up. Front rim, down it goes. Nick Crake is on the board. (15-14). Left of the lane, Biggins circles back out. Lamar Thomas to the top of the key. Halfway through this second quarter. Lamar Thomas from way out, too strong. The rebound comes down for Jack Gone.
West with a chance here to take the lead.
They trail by 1, down low, and it's too strong for Cameron Edwards. Atlantic City gets the ball back. 15-14, 3:42 left to play here in this first half. Biggins, Thomas, Harris, Bethea, and Centino. The 5 on the floor for the Vikings. Harris comes up. Thomas uses the screen. Right of the lane, and he lost the handle. Out of bounds. Back to Cherry Hill. They'll inbound the ball with some pressure now. Gone catches. Gone working on Centino. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the half. Gone defended nicely, but they get a little backdoor cut, and a layup is good by Buckwalter. Cherry Hill West takes the lead, 16-15, with 3 minutes left to play in the half. Biggins at the top of the key. Biggins dribbling on the right side. Over to Bethea, thinks about a 3. Now he takes a long 3. It's off the right rim, no good. Tapped out, but the rebound comes down to Samir Parks. 2.5 minutes to play here in the half. Gone crossing the timeline. Up top for Parks, between the circles. Left hand, and it's poked away by Thomas. Thomas goes one-on-one. Thomas with a layup, and it can't go down. And the rebound down to Edwards. And a walk. Biggins calls the walk. He tried to get a steal from the backside.
Looked like Thomas did everything right on that shot, and it was going down. All of a sudden, it spun out.
Cubbage back in the game for Cherry Hill. He's going to replace Cameron Edwards. Ray Bethea will inbound right here in front of us, in front of the Cherry Hill West bench. Gets it in for Biggins. Biggins between the circles. 2:05 left to play here in the half. Lamar Thomas takes the handoff. Thomas with the left-hand dribble. Up top for Biggins. Right side for Lamar now. Gets a screen. Lamar for three. Can't get that to fall, way off the mark. And the rebound comes down for Jack Gone. Over to Craig. In the deep right corner for three. It's off the back iron, no good. And the rebound comes down to Bethea. Bethea streaks the middle, in and out, rattles, doesn't go down. It goes out of bounds, and Cherry Hill gets the ball back. Gotta check that tin over here.
Girls final in non-public B. Rutgers Prep 86, Wildwood Catholic 25. Rutgers Prep is one of the very best teams in the state. So Steve DePatri's season ends. Another good season for him.
Gone takes a seat for Cherry Hill, and a baseball pass to Craig, who catches it, and he's blocked from the backside, but they caught the Vikings napping there. Gone does a lot of the ball. They don't really have a traditional point guard. He's more of a, one of the bigger guys on this floor for the Lions, and he's doing a lot of the ball handling. They're trying to get him a little breather. There's a 5 on the floor for Cherry Hill right now. Very small.
Yeah. Buckwalter, the biggest guy.
And Buckwalter is 6'4". Jack Gone is 6'4" as well. And the free throw by Craig is good. Craig's got 3. His second one is coming. Gone back into the game quickly for Kenny Cubbage. Second shot is no good, and the rebound comes down for Biggins. Dave Aiken into the game for Atlantic City. Biggins with a jab step comes to the left side. Now he pulls it back to the top of the key. Aiken's on the right side. Aikens comes to the middle of the paint, spins out. Now a 3 for Biggins. Back of the iron, no good. Aikens runs down the long rebound. He gets a nice pass down low, but the shot is blocked away as Harris went up strong, but so did Samir Parks right there with them. 17-15, Cherry Hill with the lead and the basketball. Moving left to right. Gone crosses the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Edwards shovels a pass for Craig. Craig left of the lane. Scoop shot is no good. The rebound comes down for Biggins with 35 seconds. Biggins loses the handle. Back to Lamar Thomas. Into the corner for Aikens. Aikens 3 goes down. David Aikens just into the game. Hits a 3 in transition. Edwards going coast to coast. Loses the handle. Stolen away by Aikens. 20 seconds to play. Here comes Lamar. Crosses the timeline between the legs at the foul line. Biggins left of the lane. Thomas with a head fake, and Thomas's feet just come out from under him. And he thought he was fouled. He's kind of looking up, but it looked like he slipped from where I'm sitting.
Yeah. 7.8 seconds left. Atlantic City up 1. West with the ball.
18-17. Cherry Hill will inbound. Parks will come off the floor.
Coaches' boxes aren't going to mean anything to these two guys. They are all over the place.
Edwards, the trigger man, gets it in for Craig. Craig up the far sideline. He's still got 5. Craig kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. Short rebound. Comes down to Atlantic City. And that's how we're going to end the first half with the score: Atlantic City 18, Cherry Hill West 17. Here in the Group 4 Boys NJSIAA second round matchup, Tom. And Atlantic City got to be wondering, hey, this Cherry Hill team came to play tonight, and it looks like one of the Cherry Hill players had a limping off the court here, Nick Craik. They're not a very deep team to begin with, so we'll have to keep an eye as he comes out of the locker room.
Not a strong first half by Atlantic City, but they managed to hold a 1-point lead here. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Connect with Brian Brummel and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. Shoppy's is even better online. You probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com, you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppy's also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you're not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 1921. And Signal Graphics, Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township, is your local commercial printer with a personal service you expect. Cut out the middleman, save time and money. Signal Graphics prints full color in-house. Signal's state-of-the-art equipment and expert printing staff allows them to produce an excellent product for very low cost. For fast turnaround and great prices, call the Gunnels, Riley or Kay, at 609-569-9990. And for special service, ask for Chugger. Signal Graphics. Here's a look at what's happened already today. Eastern in boys Group 4, Eastern defeated Cherry Hill East 45-43. In boys Group 2, Camden over Pleasantville 98-54. Middle Township was 18 points down, last we heard, to Medford Tech. We understand Cherokee has won 43-42 over Lenape. They're the number 2 seed, Cherokee, so they advance in boys Group 4. Non-public B, the last we heard, Holy Spirit was down 16 to Patrick School, and Wildwood Catholic had rallied to take a 1-point lead in the third quarter over Gil. In girls, Kingsway knocked out Atlantic City in the first game here, 68-61. Cherokee beat 46-19, and Lenape, the strong favorite in Group 4, over Shawnee, 53-22. In Group 2 girls, Middle Township is a winner over Overbrook, 55-26. Sterling beat Cedar Creek 61-43. Cinnaminson over Lower Cape May 40-29, and Haddonfield beat Manchester 47-43. In girls non-public B, Holy Spirit beaten by Gill St. Bernard's 59-48, and Rutgers Prep a winner over Wildwood Catholic 86-25. So Dennis Smith and Steve DePatri, good seasons again. Both conference champions, and they go an extra round deep into the tournament before running into one of those minefields that they have in the non-public tournaments.
We're at halftime here tonight in Atlantic City. 18-17 Vikings lead the Lions of Cherry Hill in Atlantic City. We'll have the second half, some stats from the first half. We'll recap the scores and tell you what's coming up next here on 97.3 ESPN as the high school basketball playoffs are here. By the way, those of you looking for Flyers hockey tonight, they are trailing 2-0. I understand our sister station, WPG Talk Radio 1450, does not have the game tonight. The debate is on over there, so we do apologize for the people looking for the Flyers game, but we will have some updates on them throughout the night. They are trailing 2-0. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with stats from this first half of play right here in Atlantic City tonight. It is the high school basketball playoffs on 97.3 ESPN.
substitution by Gene Allen. David Akins made 2 big plays in the minute and 5 seconds he was on the court, including a 3 that brought the Vikings from 2 down to 1 up. But there's no doubt Cherry Hill West, they're playing better basketball than they did earlier in the season. And they pull off a big win over Toms River North, and they can kind of smell victory here, I think. Atlantic City's going to have to do something to change that.
Yeah, and if they're going to continue this, Danny Buckwalter had 20 the other night. He's got 12 in the first half here, so he's on pace to beat that in this game. 3 points for Drake, 2 points for Gone, and that is all the scoring for Cherry Hill. It's a low-scoring affair here, 18-17. For Atlantic City, Tom, the leading scorer is Ray Bethea with 5 points. He is the leading scorer, so just 5 points for Bethea, 3 for Thomas, 2 for Santino Morgan, and then 3 each for Aiken and Biggins. So they've spread the scoring out. No one's really stepped up in that department. As usual for Atlantic City, they kind of spread it out. But they're going to have to figure out a way to stop Danny Buckwalter. And if they do, it doesn't seem like there's a whole heck of a lot of secondary scoring for Cherry Hill.
Yeah, I'd agree. He certainly looks strong. And they are strong physically. And they've got some decent size, but they're not real big. Atlantic City overall is a bigger and quicker team. But the Vikings have not been shooting well. And in some cases have had good shots just not go. So we'll see what happens in the final 16 minutes. Boardwalk Honda invites you to check out their always up-to-date online inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you've found the Honda models you like, visit Boardwalk Honda, 6807 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township, and take a test drive. The service you'll receive is a cut above. Brian, Carol, and their sales staff, professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Honda has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Honda, call toll-free 877-472-6499. Bigger, better Boardwalk. Boardwalk Honda. And you'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They are coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health, they offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices in Ocean City, Margate, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. Phone 609-399-0453. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember, Thomas H. Heist, when you need insurance. Well, Atlantic City trying to be, like the second team from the Cave Atlantic Lake to advance Middle Township's girls, the only one so far, though the Wildwood Catholic boys, last we heard, were leading.
18-17.
Doesn't sound like an Atlantic City score, does it? Maybe football. They never did develop real good kickers.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Atlantic City's had some looks. They just haven't had that ball go down a whole heck of a lot. 18-17, start of the third quarter here on 97.3 ESPN as Atlantic City will inbound the basketball. They'll move left to right on your radio dial. Dressed in white, navy blue trim against Cherry Hill West, dressed in purple and white. Biggins starts bringing the ball up. Biggins, bounce pass to Lamar Thomas on the left wing. Between the circles at the top of the key. Thomas gets a screen at the right elbow. Kick out stolen away by Gone. Gone goes one-on-one all the way to the basket. Shot is blocked away out of bounds. Will stay with the Lions. Munir Harris trailed and got a nice block.
Well, Wildwood Catholic had the lead for a while, but they end up losing to Gill St. Bernard's 56-40 in boys non-public B, ending the Wildwood Catholic season.
Inbound, Buckwalter, fadeaway jumper, gets it to go, and that's a tough shot. They lead 19-18. He's got 14 of their 19. Centino. Biggins on the left wing. Biggins gets a screen, puts the ball between his legs. Biggins, shake and bake, leaves it off for Harris. Harris puts it on the floor. Harris uses the glass, and Harris has a deuce. Back the other way. Buckwalter layup in transition. Caught the Vikings napping. Buckwalter has 16 of their 21. They lead at 21-20. Biggins up top for Centino. Centino at the left elbow. Centino. Boy, that's a pretty shot with a little step back right around the foul line. 22-21 as Centino has 4.
In the third quarter of the other Group 4 game, Washington Township leads Rancocas Valley 34-15.
Buckwalter hands off for Crake. Crake defended by Thomas. Gets a screen at the elbow, right of the lane, backs out to the corner, down low, one-on-one with the hoop, and a nice layup there by Parks. It's his first bucket of the game, and it gives Cherry Hill a 23-22 lead. He got 2 defenders off their feet. Biggins up top for Centino. Back to Biggins on the left side now. Biggins using a screen by Fader. Cuts the lane. Now he backs out, a bounce pass to Thomas. Thomas comes back between the circles. 5:39 to play in the third. Snap pass to the corner. Biggins left of the lane. He backs out to the wing. Biggins between the legs. Leaves it off for Lamar Thomas. Right of the lane. Dumps it for Fader, who goes up for Harris. His layup attempt is too strong. The ball's on the floor. And he's got it off the foot of Samir Parks. It'll go back to Atlantic City.
Both sides cheered. He made a strange signal. Confused the fans.
Centino inbounds. We got a whistle off the ball and a foul on Cameron Edwards. It's on the other night. We had 12 fouls, I think, in the first quarter. I don't know if we have more than 4 or 5 fouls the whole night here.
Yeah, it's a different kind of game, no doubt about it.
Definitely different from the girls' game.
Yeah, that was a long game.
Centino will inbound the ball. Gets it to Biggins. Cross court there for Thomas. Back to Biggins right away. Biggins backs up to right around half court. Biggins right of the lane. Backs out again. Leaves it for Centino. Centino with a left hand. Scoop pass right over there for Biggins. Here comes Biggins rolling to the right side. Biggins with a left hand dribble. Over to the elbow for Fader. Fader shot too strong. Rebound. Comes down for Buckwalter. Here comes Kraft. The Lions with the lead in the ball. 23-22. Kraft with the left hand. The ball's on the floor. 3-ball up is in. It goes. Cameron Edwards hits a 3. Boy, that thing looked like it froze in time before it went down.
Looked like it was going to pop out and pop right back in.
26-22, Cherry Hill. They are 11-15 entering tonight's game. Atlantic City, the number 4 seed. Biggins shot wildly out of control, and it's rebounded by Cherry Hill. Here comes Kraft. Kraft 3-ball is up, short, no good. Rebound brought down by Harris. Harris leaves off for Thomas. Thomas at the right elbow. He pulls up, too strong, no good. Harris tried to snap the rebound, couldn't corral it, and it rolls out of bounds. .346 to play here in the third. Cherry Hill West leads by 4. That was Edwards, by the way, his first 3. I think it was his first shot attempt of the night. He spins, leaves one down on the left block for Parks, and it's stolen away by Atlantic City. Here comes Biggins. Biggins leaves it for Centino. Centino for 3, can't get it to fall. The rebound comes down for Buckwalter. Buckwalter for Gone. Gone spins across the timeline. And we got a foul. It looks like Centino. Little hand check call. Kenneth Cubbage into the game, replacing Parks. And Atlantic City has got Nazir Morgan for Munir Harris. 3:13 to play in the third, 26-22. Cherry Hill West over Atlantic City.
A lot of contact there.
Gone gives up the dribble. Cubbage catches. Now Buckwalter. Buckwalter on the right block. Buckwalter throws up a hook shot and hits the front of the rim, and down it goes. He's got 6 in the quarter, and it gives Cherry Hill a 6-point lead. Well, he reminds me of a smaller version of when Southern was playing with Jazicki. It was like one guy out there, and he was just handling everybody. Biggins gets a shot blocked by Buckwalter, and the rebound comes down to Cubbage. Here comes Cherry Hill in transition. Craig leaves it out. Edwards for 3, gets it to go. And Edwards gives Cherry Hill West a 9-point lead with 2:26 to play here in the third quarter, 31-22.
Boardwalk Acura Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Boardwalk Acura is your trusted dealer for car loans, auto parts, and auto repair. Visit boardwalkacura.com. You need a sign? Well, you need Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie uses Blue Water Graphics and Cape Signs to create signs for real estate and other businesses. They do construction site signs and window lettering for your business. They can also provide the lettering for your van, truck, car, or boat. Reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891 and Cape Signs at 856-506-0610. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows, they can supply whatever lettering you need at Blue Water Graphics and Cape Signs. This game brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team each and every week. 31-22, Cherry Hill West leads Atlantic City here, trying to pull off a second upset. They knocked off the number 4 seed in Toms River North, and they're leading the number 5 seed right here.
10-0 run for the Lions. Causes Atlantic City to, the clock is at 2:24 as we start out of that timeout. Biggins cuts the lane, backs out at the left elbow. 31-22, Atlantic City trails with the ball. Biggins on the right wing. Biggins between the circles, still dribbling, looking for some movement. Thomas comes and gets the ball. Thomas on the right wing, backs out now to about quarters court. Gives up the dribble to Bethea. Bethea for 3, straight on, hits the front of the rim, can't go down, and it's Gone who comes up with the board. Craig gives up the dribble, he's in trouble, throws it, and it is a timeout taken by Cherry Hill West as there was a little bit of pressure there, and a 30-second timeout taken. 31-22, Cherry Hill leads Atlantic City.
Interstate Batteries of Egg Harbor Township has been providing South Jersey with outrageous dependability for over 26 years with over 1 million battery sales. They not only have a battery for your car, but your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, golf cart, or power chair. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, located at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturday 9 to 2. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
31-22, 1:38 to play here in the third. Cherry Hill with the ball and the lead. Gone catches between the circles, backs it out. Guarded by Santino, bounce pass for Kraft. Kraft tries to cut the lane, but it's cut off nicely by Bethea. Bounce pass into the corner for Cubbage. Cubbage in the paint, kick out for Edwards, a 3 is up and good. Cameron Edwards, his third 3 of the third quarter, and it gives Cherry Hill a 12-point lead. 1 minute to play in the third. 34-22. Thomas up top for Morgan. And it's nearly stolen away from Thomas. Thomas, Biggins for a long 3, and down it goes. Biggins' second three of the night. Back the other way. The layup is too strong, and Atlantic City comes up with the Cubbage miss. Thomas from way out. That's off the side of the rim. No good. And Buckwalter goes up and gets the rebound. 34-25 with 35 seconds to play. So back and forth. Threes. Thomas would have made that three. The roof would have blown off of here, even though...
That's what he was thinking, too. Let's get these fans into it.
34-25. Buckwalter inbound. They get it in. Gone with 1 foot over, 1 foot behind. Atlantic City wants... The fans wanted a backcourt there, but he was all right. Buckwalter catches with 19 seconds. Left of the lane. Buckwalter up top for Kraft. Kraft gets a screen. He rolls off of it. Kraft for three. Down it goes. Kraft. It's the 4th three of the quarter. And Biggins' three-point attempt is blocked as we end the 3rd quarter with the score. Cherry Hill West 37, Atlantic City 25 in the Group 4 second round.
The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. Snowing all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Johnson's Popcorn's at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. Golden Corral is the best buffet in the USA. They've got melt-in-your-mouth pot roast or meatloaf, just like Mom used to make. They've got all your home-style favorites, from fried chicken and mashed potatoes to oven-fresh yeast rolls and even a chocolate Wonderfall. And they now serve breakfast all day, every day. You'll find it all at Golden Corral, 6725 Black Horse Pike in Egg Harbor Township, right in front of Boscov's. Or let them cater your next party. Call 609-272-8171. Golden Corral, the best buffet in the USA.
Well, Atlantic City is going to need their best quarter of the season. They trail 37-25. Cherry Hill with the lead and the ball, moving right to left as we start the 4th quarter. Parks down on the block, kicks it out for Kraft. Kraft three-ball straight on, good! They lead by 15. And Buffet is fouled en route to the basket. And right now, Cherry Hill's just shooting. They're unconscious.
They are. They're shooting very well, and that may be what they did against Toms River North.
5 threes in the second half for Cherry Hill. Atlantic City, that was an offensive foul, by the way, on Buffet. Buckwalter dribbling, gets it poked away. The ball's on the floor. Into the hands of Buckwalter. He fades away, high off the glass, too strong. Off the front rim, Atlantic City with the rebound. Here comes Thomas into the corner. Centino takes it to the basket. Buckwalter with a block. Buckwalter leading the way both offensively and defensively. They inbound the ball, and it looks like Harris and Edwards crossed the line on the inbounds pass. So he turns it over. So Atlantic City gets a bucket there. And now the ball back. Buffet takes it strong. Buffet, uncontested layup, and Atlantic City on a mini 4-0 run here. Now they put the pressure up, and Cherry Hill calls timeout. 7:13 to play in the game. Cherry Hill West 40, Atlantic City 29.
Boardwalk Acura invites you to check out their always up-to-date online inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you've found the Acura models you like, visit Boardwalk Acura, 6806 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township, and take a test drive. The service you'll receive is a cut above. Brian, Carol, and their sales staff, professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Acura has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Acura, call toll-free 888-790-6723. So far in boys Group 4, Eastern Cherokee have advanced. Washington Township has a big lead in the after three quarters. In Group 2, Camden has advanced. And in non-public B, Wildwood Catholic has been eliminated.
40-29, 7:13 left to play. Cherry Hill with the lead and the ball. They'll inbound the basketball. Looking. They're just going to fire a baseball pass up and a foul as Fader was pushed from the backside. Gone just fired a baseball pass, kind of Christian Laettner style there. Fader had the position. He was pushed from the back. Centino will inbound for Atlantic City. They trail 40-29. We're coming up on 7 minutes to play here in the basketball game. Up top for Bethea. Bethea with a long three. Front of the rim, no good. Fader with the rebound. Thomas for three. That goes down. Wow, that's from way out.
He has a tendency to do that.
40-32. They got the trap and a foul on Fader. Atlantic City putting the pressure on defense. And keep in mind, Cherry Hill's only played 6 guys all night long.
Yeah.
Second foul on Fader. The foul's really not a factor. It's been a clean game. They've let him play. Cherry Hill inbounds the ball. They get it into Gone. Gone crosses the timeline on the far sideline. Uses a screen from Buckwalter. Gives it to Buckwalter. Buckwalter at the right elbow. Spins his way up and under. Now a right-hand hook shot. Front of the rim. That rolls out. That was falling earlier. Thomas. Bounce pass for Fader. Down on the block for Harris. Harris's layup is too strong. And the rebound comes down for Kraft. 6:23 to play in the game. Kraft right down the middle. Kick out three. Edwards is three. Too strong or too short. Edwards gets his own rebound. Down on the block for Buckwalter, whose shot is too strong. And the rebound comes out for Bethea. Thomas tries dribbling between two defenders. He hits the deck. The ball goes rolling out of bounds, but we got a whistle.
Wow.
Did you get all that?
I wrote most of it down. Both of them hit Thomas pretty hard.
40-32, 6:06 to play. Atlantic City with the basketball. Moving left to right. Centino. As we cross the 6-minute mark. Over to Thomas. Thomas at the right elbow. He leaves a pass for Harris, and the Harris layup is good. He's got 4 in the quarter. Right back the other way. And this pass is too strong for Gone, and Atlantic City forces the turnover. It was a 15-point lead. It's dwindled down to 6 in a matter of about 3 minutes here. Thomas for Centino. Centino at the elbow. Centino with the layup. It's good. Centino makes it a 4-point game. Gone being pressured by Centino. Cherry Hill wants a timeout. No one's paying attention. This place is rocking as Atlantic City forces a Cherry Hill timeout with 5:21 to play in the game. It's 40-36 West over Atlantic City.
There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Galloway Township, Delsey Drive in Vineland, and on Washington Street in Cape May. They also have moving trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at just 4 Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 35 years in Galloway Township, Vineland, Berlin, Cape May, and Lakewood. They're open 8:30 a.m. until 7 p.m. daily. Just 4 Wheels. Car, truck, and van rental. Vic's Sub Shop, 742 Ohio Avenue in Absecon, offers great quality and friendly service. All sandwiches available for pickup or delivery. Phone 645-0500. Vic's is open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. on weeknights, 9:30 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can also visit Vic's Sub Shop on Zion Road in Egg Harbor Township. Be sure to try Vic's Special, a sub piled high with their special assortment of fresh meats and cheeses. Vic's Sub Shop, Ohio Avenue in Absecon.
18 points in the game for Danny Buckwalter, but he has not scored in this fourth quarter. Atlantic City 9-0 run to make it 40-36. They trailed by 15 at one point. Mike Gill and Tom Williams here on 97.3 ESPN as we cross the 9 o'clock hour. Kraft shoots the lead, kick out three, no good. Cubbage with the offensive board. Cubbage is trapped, and now we got a tie-up, and it's going to, they're going to go jump ball Atlantic City. So the tie-up on the baseline by Lamar Thomas. Thomas catches the inbounds pass. We're coming up on 5 minutes. Thomas between the circles. Leaves it for Bethea. Bethea, dribble drive, left hand, up and too strong. Rebound comes down for Buckwalter. Here comes Gone in the corner for Parks, top of the key. And an offensive foul. Buckwalter doesn't like the call. An offensive foul, so 4:47 left to play. Atlantic City gets the ball back. Here comes Lamar Thomas. The 5-seed Vikings, 13-seeded Lions. Centino. Bethea at the top of the key. Thomas. Centino catches. Bethea, foul line jumper, front of the rim, rolls around and down. And Centino has 4 in the quarter. It's a 2-point game. We've seen a lot of odd rolls tonight. Some out, some in. Gone leaves it off for Kraft. Kraft trying to spin away from Thomas. Kraft dribble drive. And a foul on Lamar Thomas. 40-38 with 4:06 to play. Foul's not really a problem for either team. Here comes Cameron Edwards, who really started this whole thing, Tom. He had 3 threes in the third quarter coming off the bench.
Plays good defense, too. He gave him a little rest here.
They got Bethea front guarding him. Kraft off the inbound. Kraft floats one in for Parks. Parks stared down by Fader. Parks spinning. Parks puts it on the floor, left of the lane. Parks leaves it for Buckwalter, and he is...
Might have a difference of opinion
offensive
here.
Foul. And the official called an offensive foul. The other official came in, and I read his lips, Tom. He said, not right. They're talking it over. He's got a block and a charge, they're saying. So he's saying, I got a charge, and he's saying, I got a block.
So it might be a double foul and a held ball.
That's what he's indicating, a jump ball.
So they each get a foul.
I don't know. One official has it for a charge. The other official, same play, is calling a foul on someone differently. And it's going to be a jump ball, it looks like, with the possession arrow facing Cherry Hill. And the inbounds pass is knocked out of bounds.
It's a third foul on Buckwalter.
Kraft inbounds. They get it into Buckwalter. Right back to Kraft off the inbound in the deep left corner. Kraft trying to spin away from Thomas. To the middle of the paint. The high floater off the glass. No good. Buckwalter tries to tip it back in, and he can't get it to go. Here comes Thomas. One-on-one to the basket. Thomas' shot is up. It goes down, and he's fouled. Thomas ties the game and can take the lead right here. And Atlantic City calls timeout with 3:41 to play in the game. Atlantic City 40, Cherry Hill West 40 on 97.3 ESPN.
Boardwalk Acura Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Brian, Carroll, and their professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Honda and Boardwalk Acura on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. Live coverage of the Atlantic City Vikings, brought to you in part by Sapporo, 6501 Ventnor Avenue in Ventnor. In Italian, Sapporo means flavor, and they've got plenty of that on their menu. Wood fire pizza, fresh salads, pasta, stromboli, and calzones. Stop in or phone 609-822-6475 for takeout or delivery. Sapporo of Ventnor for a taste of Italy.
So I'm being told, Tom, it was a double foul with the possession arrow. That is what they went with. Foul on the offensive charge and a defensive block, and then they go possession arrow. 40-40 is the score. 3:41 left. Lamar Thomas is at the line. He can take the lead for Atlantic City. They trail by 15 at one point. And 1 point not too long ago.
Missed it.
Missed it. The rebound, Buckwalter. Gone. He gives up the dribble in the backcourt. Pressure from Thomas. Gone, and we got a timeout taken here by Cherry Hill. So Cherry Hill calls timeout. We're at 40-40 with 3:32. Very helter-skelter here.
Indeed it is. Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House just down the street from Atlantic City High School. The neighbor with the best burgers. Vagabond features live entertainment every night. Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House open weeknights until 1 a.m. until 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Join your fellow Vikings before and after the games at Vagabond. Eastern and Cherokee have advanced to the semifinals. They'll play each other at Cherokee Saturday. Washington Township is leading by 27 points over Rancocas Valley. So it looks like they're going to host the winner of this game. That would be Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Pleasantville lost to Camden 98-54, and Middle Township was on the ropes. Unfortunately, we've lost communication, and we're assuming that Medford Tech probably advanced. They had a significant lead. In non-public B, it's Gill St. Bernard's over Wildwood Catholic 56-40. Though Dave DeWeese's team rallied in the second half to take a lead, they end up losing. And another good season, though, for the Crusaders, conference champions, and they go a game deep into the state tournament. And that's, as we've said before, a minefield, that non-public B.
Atlantic City is on a 15-0 run right now to tie this game. Cherry Hill will inbound it to try to snap that. Gone brings it in. Cherry Hill scored one basket in this quarter. It was the first basket of the quarter. It was a three by Kraft. Buckwalter has it nearly stolen from him. Now he throws it to Edwards, who throws a high pass for Gone, who catches it back to Buckwalter.
It was a great play.
3:11 to play. Something you don't see here too often, Tom. The student section is into this game.
Yeah.
Buckwalter cuts the lane. Buckwalter shot too high, too hard. Thomas with the miss. Santino for three, too strong. Munir Harris with an offensive board. Then he gets a tap from behind, and it's on the floor. And diving on the ground is Parks. Now there's a scrum, and it's going to be an Atlantic City arrow.
Player may have been shaken up, but now he's all right.
Samir Parks hit the deck pretty hard. Boy, a lot of hustle.
Yeah. It almost looked like there was a travel there. He had the ball on the ground and rolled over, but officials didn't think he had control of it.
That's what Lamar Thomas is saying. He said it's a travel, not a...
And Lamar Thomas has blood on his shirt.
He's wearing long sleeves, too, so it's...
So John Ross is going to jump into action, get the blood off the shirt or the shirt off.
Atlantic City's only got 4 guys on the floor because Thomas is trying to take his long sleeve shirt off.
And he's going to be replaced.
Yeah, Biggins is going to come in. Thomas took his shirt off. He and Centino both wear long sleeves.
Right.
So he had blood on the long sleeve
Yeah.
part, but he's saying the blood came from the other guy.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, if the other guy's bleeding, though, he's got to come out too.
So Thomas takes the shirt off, but he's got to sit out at least until the next whistle. That's a big loss for Atlantic City here. 2:40. Thomas has 5 in the quarter and 8 in the game.
Now, Cherry Hill West is playing off of Atlantic City, so Atlantic City's kind of running some clock here.
Biggins, right in the lane. Biggins and a kick out for Fader, and Fader and Biggins were not on the same page.
Fader came in, cutting in to maybe rebound Biggins' shot, and Biggins thought he was going to stay in the corner.
40-40, 2:18 to play. Parks takes the inbounds. Trying to get by Fader. Fader cuts him off right in front of us on the left wing. Buckwalter at the top of the key. Buckwalter, and he traveled. The ball looked like it kind of got stuck on his calf down there, Tom. He was trying to put the ball on the floor.
He thinks he was grabbed on the arm. 2:02 left. We're still tied.
Little scoring drought here. Atlantic City's still on a 15-0 run, by the way. That hasn't been snapped yet. So Thomas is back in the game without his shirt. Thomas to Buffet at the left elbow. Hands off for Centino. Centino at the right elbow. Hands off for Thomas. They're playing the weave in the background, in the backcourt. Centino, Buffet, and Thomas in the backcourt. At the elbow, Thomas, 1:38 to play. And a guy whose career has been filled with big shots, he dribble drives and gets an assist for Harris on the block. Right on the left block. A 2-point lead for the Vikings. A 17-0 run. A near steal. Edwards picks it up. We're coming up on a minute to play here. Drake, baseline, shot, too strong. The rebound comes down to Lamar Thomas. Craig shot, a little uncharacteristic for him all night. We're under a minute to play. 42-40 Atlantic City. Fader, and a timeout taken by Gene Allen and his Vikings. A full timeout with 50.6 left to go. Atlantic City 42, Cherry Hill 40 on 97.3.
Both teams over the limit, too, so foul shooting could be a factor here.
And it hasn't been all game.
No. Uncle Gino's Pizzeria and Restaurante at 7306 Ventnor Avenue in Ventnor, where you'll find daily lunch and dinner specials. Uncle Gino's has a varied menu featuring everything from gourmet pizza to cheesesteaks to homemade pasta to steaks, ribs, or seafood. Uncle Gino's, phone 609-822-2556 for free delivery. Check out their menu at UncleGino'sPizzeria.com. MSG Varsity is your new live streaming home of the NJSIAA Basketball Championships. Watch live coverage of the finals, New Jersey non-public, plus Group 3 and Group 4, boys and girls basketball the weekend of March 12th and 13th. Then don't miss coverage of the New Jersey Tournament of Champion Finals, Monday, March 21st on MSG Varsity.
42-40 with 50.6 seconds left. Atlantic City with the lead. They trail by 15. They are now on a 17-0 run. Cherry Hill scored the first basket of the quarter and hasn't scored again since. It was a 3 by Nick Crank that opened up this fourth quarter. Atlantic City inbounds with a 2-point lead. Ooh, almost threw it away. Biggins jumped up and grabbed it on the far sideline. Biggins gets by the defender. Biggins circling and comes back to Thomas. 40 seconds. Thomas dribbling around. Now it's tied up. The ball's on the floor, and Edwards has it for Cherry Hill. And one of the Cherry Hill players, Gone, is calling timeout, and the Vikings turn it over. So 34 seconds left, and Cherry Hill's going to get the ball back.
Exciting finish here at Atlantic City High School as Cherry Hill West trying to knock off a second higher seeded team and move into the South Jersey semifinals. They've lost to Washington Township twice this year, but they're playing better basketball here late in the season. And they have a chance here to tie or go ahead in the final possession, trailing 42-40. As we said before, Eastern Cherokee and Washington Township have advanced to the semifinals. Washington Township will play the winner of this game Saturday at 8 o'clock at Washington Township. Pleasantville's boys lost. Middle's boys were losing by a significant margin. Wildwood Catholic's boys lost. Atlantic City girls lost. The Cedar Creek girls lost. Lower Cape May girls and both the Holy Spirit and Wildwood Catholic girls lost. The only winner so far from the Cape Atlantic League, Middle Township's girls, who advanced to the semifinals.
42-40, Atlantic City leads with 50.6 seconds left, which should be 34.5 seconds left.
It's close.
50.6 was the last timeout. They don't keep the time on the clock during timeouts here.
Well, how tight do you play them here? Because you're in the bonus.
Well, keep in mind, though, their last couple shots have been threes. Edwards has 3 threes. Craik has 2 threes. Here comes Craik. Crosses the timeline. 28 seconds. Buckwalter, who hasn't scored since the third quarter. He's got 18 in the game, scoreless in the fourth. Buckwalter puts it on the floor. Craik, 12 seconds. Craik cuts the lane, kick out. Cubbage catches. 7 seconds, and it's tied up. And Atlantic City causes a turnover in that deep corner.
Great work by Fader. He had both hands high in the air. That smaller guard could not see over him, and they ended up turning it over with 5.8 seconds left.
5.8. I don't think Cherry Hill has any timeouts left, by the way. Parks is back in the game, and Gene Allen wants to call a timeout. So 42-40, 5.8 seconds left. I'll make sure I write it down this time. 42-40, AC leads with 5.8 seconds left. And Atlantic City, by the way, still on a 17-0 run. I mean, their defense has just been outstanding here in this third quarter. Cherry Hill opened this quarter with a 3, and they haven't scored since. And realistically, you got to give credit to Atlantic City's defense as usual.
They're going to have to make a foul here, though, because they're going to get fouled right away. And if they miss it and the Cherry Hill West rebounds, there's another opportunity for them to tie the score. Just so you understand what Mike's talking about, here in Atlantic City, they time the timeout, and the regular time in the game is taken off the scoreboard for the length of the timeout. So if you don't look up and get it right away, you're going to not be able to see how much time's left until that 60 seconds runs off.
Right. They basically tell you how much time's left in the timeout. So right now there's 15 seconds less, 14 in the timeout. By the way, Tom, Atlantic City at the line is 1 for 5.
Well,
not a lot of free throws in the game. In fact, Cherry Hill has only shot 6 free throws, and they were all in the first half.
Yeah, they've let them have a physical game. But whoever gets the inbound pass is going to get fouled.
Derry is in the game.
He replaces Fader, who made that big defensive play.
Trigger man is Bethea. Trying to get it to Thomas. He gets it to Biggins.
Ooh.
Biggins catches it, and boy, he almost slipped by a couple defenders. Buckwalter with the foul.
So Biggins has a 1-and-1. If he makes them both, that's it. Atlantic City's going to win the game. If he makes one, Cherry Hill West might have a shot.
Now remember, Biggins started this game tonight. He's got 6 points. Both of them are threes. Cubbage is into the game. Parks comes out. And this is Ahmad Biggins at the line. 3.6 seconds is left in the game. Atlantic City by 2.
Nobody on the lane.
First one's good.
So he gets to the second one by making the first, but the second one can seal the game.
A miss here Cherry Hill would need a 3 to send it to overtime. Biggins, one dribble, bends the knees, shot is good.
Atlantic City will just let them go.
A couple seconds came off that clock, by the way. The inbounds pass is off of Bethay's hands.
So they'll have an inbound down in front of their own bench.
Yeah, with 2.7 left to go.
But still, unless you foul them.
Gone gets it in. Edwards' 3 is up. It is no good. Rebound comes down to Harris, and Atlantic City escapes here tonight. 44-40 on a 19-0 run to close this game out, and the Vikings advance to Saturday to face Washington Township in the semis.
We'll have that game at 8 o'clock on Saturday night on 97.3 ESPN. They have an all-day fair up there at the Washington Township that uses their gym, so that's why they have to play the game so late. So it's Atlantic City against Washington Township, at Washington Township, and Eastern at Cherokee in the Group 4 semifinals in boys competition. Atlantic City boys and the Middle Township girls are the only two teams we know of that advanced. We lost communications here. We know Middle Township was down 18 in the third quarter, the Middle Township boys, and Holy Spirit was down 16 in the second quarter. We didn't ever get finals on those two games, but most of the Cape Atlantic League teams had their seasons end tonight. Ocean City girls will play tomorrow at 6 o'clock, right after the Sports Bash with Mike Gill, and we'll have all the play-by-play for you from the Dixie Howe Gymnasium as they play Winslow Township in what should be a very, very good game. But this one was a very, very good 24 minutes by Cherry Hill West and an incredible 8 minutes by Atlantic City.
Yeah, 19-0 run closed it out for Atlantic City. 44-40, the final score. 8 points for Thomas, 8 for Santino, 8 for Harris, 8 for Biggins, 7 for Ray Bethay, 18 for Buckwalter, 9 for Edwards, 9 for Craik for Cherry Hill West, who falls to 11-16 on the season to close out their year. And Atlantic City improves to 23-4, and they will move on to Saturday night against Washington Township. A wild game here tonight, and we'll see what happens on Saturday night as Atlantic City, I guess you could say, survived here tonight, as it looked scary for a moment there for them, but a huge run to close the game out, and Atlantic City wins it. Once again, the final score, 44-40, Atlantic City over Cherry Hill West. Don't forget Matt Ulmer on the live video tonight. Thanks to him. As always, you can check this game back at 973ESPN.com.
We should mention, too, that this is Atlantic City's last home game, though I guess it's outside possibility they might, if they win the South Jersey title. Oh, no, they play at Egg Harbor Township in the state semifinal. This is their last home game because the other semifinal is the second and third seeds, and Atlantic City's the 5 seed. So